Here we go again, guys, with another Black Magic Commander secret opening. We got a 30th anniversary countdown kit. Sadly, I wasn't able to get this myself. This is courtesy of our hero Anthony, making sure that we are taken care of because of the Secret Lair being sold out in like less than an hour, or actually less than 15 minutes, really. I couldn't get a hold of it when I put it in my cart, tried to order it. I got kicked out, and yeah. But it's neither here nor there. I'm not part of that whole WotC debacle going on with their overpriced booster pack, so we just gonna stick with this. And yeah, we're gonna open this bad boy up and let's see what the mystery is for the countdown. All right, cheers to another 30 years. Let's be honest, you're gonna open all of these at once. I don't know, we'll find out. Let's see, we shall see. Alrighty, oh, a little bit of an interesting packaging here. Oh man, this is gorgeous. Oh, look what we got here. Look what we got. Nice. Something new. We have a spin down, or a D20 actually. Oh, what was a D25? It's a D30 for 30th anniversary. Oh man, that's cool. That's a cool little addition. Nice little crystal color. So yeah, we like that. We will leave that here. I guess you could count off the days if you wanted to. I'm not gonna do that, but it's pretty dope. Cool. All right, here we go. The box. Secret Lair all shiny, 30th anniversary. Let's get it. Let's see what's in here pack wise. Got a little pamphlet here. How will you hang your booster? That's kind of cool. Just little things with a Fibble Theft running around, and yeah, was that hiding gifts or holding gifts or giving gifts or whatever you want to call that. It's kind of nice. Pretty cool. 30th anniversary. It has a list of all the decks and packs and boosters that have come out over the time, over the 30 years. That's cool. Maybe if you can zoom in and pause, you can check that out. I'm not going to read that out. Too much for me. But it's really cool. All right. So let's check these out. All right. And you can hang them. They have little hangers in here if you want to put on a Christmas tree with little tabs. That is cool if you want to go through a Christmas tree and actually take it apart. And we have all of the packs here starting from 1993 onwards to 2022. Yeah. So we're going to go through the months and see what our special surprises are. Yay. Let's check it out. Let's be surprised here and see what we got for foils. All right. So we will start with the day one. Let's get it. Oh, these are not the packaged well, but with one card, you know, you want to be very cautious of how you open it, so make sure not. I need like a little snip or something. They tripping. Okay, little tearaway part right there. And we're going to start 1993 with the Shivan Dragon. So that's the beginning of our year, man. That was the first big card back in the days. I did not start playing Magic back then, but I've heard all the tales of how the Shivan Dragon 4 and 2 red just used to dominate the meta back in the days because you didn't have cards that did a lot. Most big creatures were just blanket big creatures with no kind of text on them outside of lore. And the Shivan Dragon, though, had the fire breathing, which is where that comes from. You pay one red and +1/+0 it until in the turn, so you can just kind of pump it up, make it big, and smack for a lot of damage. So pretty cool. While it's true most dragons are cruel, the Shivan Dragon seems to take particular glee in the misery of others, often tormenting its victims, much like a cat plays with their mouse before delivering the final blow. 5/5. Cool start for the beginning. All right, 1994. What do we have here? By the end of this, I will find a new technique to open these. right. I guess the best way to find out if it's full is if it's curled, right? Oh, there we go. Mishra's Factory in foil. Bum, 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 bum. Mishra's Factory, a cool lore from 1994. This was back during the Brothers War, right? So it was Antiquities War. So yeah, Mishra's Factory is a land, taps for colors. You can pay one. Mishra's Factory becomes a 2/2 assembly worker. Artifact creature to end a turn. It's still a land. You can tap it, target assembly worker. Creature gets +1/+1 to end the turn. So yeah, that's when lands were actually super dope. And now this card is a little bit more situational. They did reprint it in the Brothers War. So that's cool. Interesting looking art there. And most of these, I think all the art styles here represent all the different secret layers that have come out thus far. So yeah, cool. Alrighty, let's move into the, oh no, why are we in 2000s? My cards failed. Here we go, 1995. Another day, another dollar, right? Let's do it, 1995. And still at this point, I had not even heard of Magic because I'm from a small town that probably would have looked at Magic and been like, what are you doing? Go out there and cut some grass. Oh, Necropotence. It's an enchantment. I know it's hard to read with all this crazy art, but it looks really cool. It's 3 black. And skip your next draw step. Whenever you discard a card, exile that card from your graveyard, pay 1 life. Exile the top card of your library face down. Put that card into your hand at the beginning of the next end step. So it's a way to kind of fill your hand, but you stop the card draw and you lose a whole bunch of life. But Necropotence will get you to where you got to go. So great for mono black decks. I'm pretty sure you've seen it in a game by now at this point. Yep, and there we go. Necropotence. 1996. All right, we got another Foley boy right here, and it is Limdo's Vault. The mirror instant there. It look at the top 5 cards of your library as many times as you choose. You may pay 1 life, put those cards on the bottom of your library in any order. Then look at the top 5 cards of your library, then shuffle and put the last cards you look at this way on the top in any order. So not a card you see often or whatever nowadays, but definitely very interesting, very useful. And it's a cool little art looking almost like some Rick and Morty there. So yeah, pretty dope. 1997, On the Stairwell to Heaven. Oh, there we go. All right, what do we get here? Trade Wind Rider, 3 and a blue spirit. Has flying tap. Tap 2 untapped creatures you control. Return target permanent to its owner's hands or a bounce spirit. He's a 1/4. It is said that the wind will blow the world past if you wait long enough. Ooh, don't let the wind blow your life away. There you go. Trade Wind Rider. Cool. Don't know much about this card. Don't know any lore. I'm sorry, guys. Let's go to another day. 1998. Oh, man. We almost in the 2000s. We almost to the time when I started playing Magic. Here we go. Is this a Foley? Yes, it is. And it's Smokestacks. This is one of those stats cards where stats come from. And it's an artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a soot counter on Smokestack. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a permanent for each soot counter on Smokestack. And this is an annoying card, and it's in full. So it's annoyingly foiled with a slight curve, because we know WotC can't make prints, full cards, not curl. So, but yeah, Staxy, not my thing. But cool art. Look at that, them eyeballs looking at you. It says stop. And 1999. Ooh. 1999. Everybody was getting ready for 1999 because they was afraid of 2000 coming, right? So yeah, this is when old people start going insane. Ready? Bam! It is a 4/1. It is Squee Goblin Nabob, 2 and a 3. He is an old character. He was tortured by Oh, I cannot think of his name now. I'm sorry, it beguiles me. But yeah, he was being tortured back in the days. Found out he was immortal, being a planeswalker, pretty much saved everybody. And now he's back. We found out he's still alive or whatever, and being chased by that guy who killed him again. And I cannot think of his name, even though we know who it is. I will pop his picture up later in the video. I don't know. He's a legendary goblin 1/1. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may return Squee Goblin Nabob from your graveyard to your hand. General Tungrath Roar. General Nuisance, maybe. Don't ignore my reading. I had a long day today. Here we go. Goblin Nabob. Joyful art. He has his little pet rock with him, which he thought brought him luck. And yeah, he's a cool card to have in foil if you're going to use him. So yeah, dope. And now we have the year 2000s. This is when people thought the world was going to end. They thought all the power was going to go out. There was a TV show about it. People were happy. I remember this day. It was a great celebratory night. I didn't think the world was going to end. But you know what? Because people were so scared, I thought about it. But yeah, entered the world of the Gen Z, you know. 2000 here. Let's go. What do we get? Oh, it is a foil. Linzevi, Defiant Hero. She's 1 and 2 white. She's mono white. You know I love mono white, but unfortunately, I don't know what I would do with this chick. She is a human rebel, and she has she's 1/3. She has a tap for pay X. Tap, search your library for a rebel permanent card with mana value X or less, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Pay 3, put target rebel card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. So it's dope that she can search out rebels, but you know what? How many rebels do we really have in Magic? I couldn't tell you any. I would love to see that subtype come back. So we can actually use her as a commander because she is looking cool. The art is adorable, and yeah, if I can tutor out my rebels and just put them on the battlefield, if they're interesting, let's go. I mean, you can always cheat this with Masquerade Nexus and a few other cards, but yeah, just off rip, she doesn't have much playability, but art is cool, the card is cool. All right, that was 2000. 2001, yay buddy. This is what you say at the beginning of the new year. Everybody could breathe after realizing that the world wasn't ending and it was time for new adventures. Just like this pack is newly adventuring my fingers. Yeah, so what do we get? It's no curl, so I don't think it's foil this time. Oh, don't know this card at all. Wild Mongrel, 1 and a green. He's a dog, so that's kind of cool to see something go back to dogs. I didn't know they had dogs back then, or whatever. Maybe it's something they fixed or whatever. The quote says it teaches you to play dead. Interesting. Discard a card. Wild Mongrel gets +1/+1, becomes a color of your choice until end of turn. So yeah, he shifts his colors and gets a little buff. Not the strongest of cards, but yeah, you know, it's a mongrel. There we go. Hope you like that one. Interesting little art there. Not my type. Dog looks crazy and super cartoonish. All right. 2002. Now, this is the year I graduated, so let's see. It's a foil. It is Genesis. It is 4 and a green. He's a creature incarnation. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Genesis is in your graveyard, you may pay 2 and a green. If you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, so you want him in the graveyard. So he's similar to the Anger and the Wonder, I guess, maybe. He has that kind of style to him. That's interesting. First through the Riftstone was Genesis, and the world was lifeless no more. Scroll of Beginnings. He's a 4/4. So yeah, the goal is to get that man dead or discard him into your graveyard, and yeah, just start bringing back creatures that died to your hand to recast them again. That's pretty dope. And it's in full. It's pretty nice. Look at that art. All right. 2003, and I want to say yes, the following year is a year that I started playing Magic. Correct me if I'm wrong. I started in the year that Kamigawa came out, or started coming out. I think my first pack I ever opened was Betrayers of Kamigawa, somewhere around there. What did we get here? A Chrome freaking Mox. Zero cost artifact with imprint. When Chrome Mox enters the battlefield, you may exile a non-artifact, non-land card from your hand. You can tap, add 1 mana of any of the exile card's colors. That's cool. So yeah, this is an interesting little piece of artwork. Too bad it's not foil, because that would really pop and hit. But I mean, that's an amazing card. Definitely worth the box. Alrighty. Chrome Mox. See it and weep. 2004. Now, 2004 was a good year for me. If this is a Kamigawa based card, then definitely this was the year I started playing Magic. Let's see. Oh, and it is Glimpse of Nature. And is this a foily? Yes, it is a foil. Good year for me. Good year for Magic. Good year for this card. I would have preferred a ninja, but you know, I'll take it. Sorcery. When you cast a creature spell, this turn, draw a card. What is that here? It says, Dosen sat in repose for many hours. He made no motion, no sound at all. And as he sat, nature revealed itself to him. Oh, look at that. That's a pretty artwork right there. That what do you call that? Hand color paint art or whatever is beautiful. He just sitting there all just calm. So yeah, definitely can be very useful if you play right. Alrighty, 2005. What do we get here? It's a full Lightning Helix. This was a time of Ravnica, if I remember correctly. It's Boros instant. Lightning Helix deals 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life. It reads through less well known than its army of soldiers, the Boros legions, mage priests are as respected by the innocent as they are hated by the ghosts of the guilty. So yeah, that art kind of has a Samurai Jack look to it. It's very pretty in full though. I like the shine. I like the glare. So pretty nice. Pretty nice. 2006. All right. Look at that new technique. Open that right there. Boom. And it's a foil too. Borgen Hellkite. Look at her. This is a 6 and 2 red. That art is beautiful. It's a dragon, flash flying. Whenever she enters the battlefield, it deals 5 damage divided as you choose amongst any number of targets. She's a 5/5. So that's Bahamut on the stick right there. Coming down, blasting the world. So yeah, that's pretty dope. I love that art, and it looks really good as a shiny card. She's a high mana cost, so I don't know how much play she really gets, but other than that, she is dope. Alrighty. 2007. Yes, after I graduated, I was out on my own. I didn't play Magic anymore. Yeah, so let's see where we went. I stopped playing Magic. I didn't come back until about 2000 and I think 12 or so. So when I came back into Magic. It's a foil ponder. Look at the eye. Creepy. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, then put them back in any order you may shuffle. Draw a card. We see the same sky as you, just through a different lens. Oh, that's pretty. And you see all the people in the eye drops. Oh, that's nice. Doesn't beat my other Secret Lair ponder, but this one's nice though. It's really good to have. Cool. 2008. What do we get? Oh, it's foils. That's a lot of foils in this thing. I'm impressed. Here, over the days and all the years, I've got a lot of foils. This is a Heritage Druid. 1 green elf druid. Tap 3 untapped elves you control. Add 3 mana. She's a problem. Study the great spirits of our age and those of the past. Prune secrets from the branching traces of our lineage. Twila Gilt Leaf Archdruid. It's a 1/1. So just like all elves producing mana. There we go. In full. 2009. Guys, we are coming up on it. We passed the first decade into the second decade, almost out of second decade to third decade. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. What we got? Blood Braid Up. She was hot back then. Don't see much play now, but she is in beautiful art today. Stunning left, right, up, down. 2 and a Gruul. She's an El Berserker, has haste and cascade. She's a 3/2. We know what that cascade can do, and honestly, sometimes it might be cool just to cascade her player to get that cascade and get something cool on the field right out there, especially if you can bounce our player again. So yeah, beautiful art though. It's probably one of the best arts I've seen this whole set. So can't hate on that one. 2010. Foil Sun Titan. Dun, 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 dun. Now that really pops with the foil. I don't think this would be as pretty without the foil. We already know about the Sun Titan, 6/6, 6-drop. Giant Vigilance. Whenever Sun Titan enters the battlefield attacks, you may return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. A blazing sun that never sets. He is Fabio. Look at his hair. Yeah, that guy's awesome. So yeah, cool. That's really good for 2010. So yeah. Do you need to set it up close? Ooh, yeah, check that art out. That was just too pretty not to show you super up close. You need to see that. 2011. And just so y'all are aware, I was actually going to do this one day opening per day with my daughter. But because it wasn't my cards, I didn't want to run the risk. My daughter, Kalia, which is dope, right? I didn't want to run the risk of getting like something really good and foil and then her curling it or bending or something. So I just kind of decided to go in and do it myself to avoid any issues there, because that would not be cool. So yeah, this has a little curl to it, so I wonder, could it be foil? It's not even foil and it has a little curl. That's kind of strange. But it's Birthing Pod 3 and a Phyrexian Green artifact. 1 in Phyrexian Green, tap, sacrifice a creature, search a library for a creature card with mana value to equal to 1 plus the sacrifice creature's mana value. Put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Activate only as a sorcery. So you know what Birthing Pod does is that combo play that lets you go through your whole deck pretty much to get what you need to win. I think Cradle Hoof is the ending for most decks. So yeah. Yeah, this thing is ugly, boy. Look at that art. Not my style, and that creature is ugly. 2012. Woo-hoo-hoo. This is when I came back to Magic and I was ready, you know what I'm saying? I pulled a Jace, the one that flipped Jace, and I didn't even realize I had a backside until like a day later, and I was like, whoa, Magic has changed, and they talk about Planeswalkers, so yeah, had to get me a Planeswalker. But this is not a Planeswalker right here. This is Deathrite Shaman. He is a hybrid black and green, and he's an elf shaman. And I remember I had a elf shaman and a Deathrite Shaman, and I played him on a board, and people freaked out, and I did not understand why. Like I said, I was just coming back to Magic, didn't fully understand everything, but he was apparently a monster in standard and in modern. So yeah, I was playing Commander, so hey, I wasn't ready. But yeah, he's a 1/2. You tap him, exile target land card from a graveyard, add 1 mana of any color. Play a black tap, exile target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard. Each opponent loses 2 life. Or play a green and tap, exile target creature card from a graveyard. You gain 2 life. So I think this guy's pretty much almost the equivalent of a Planeswalker when it comes to abilities on a card. He's rocking and rolling. And yeah, so I guess that was the beginning of what we got in Planeswalkers too. So yeah, there's pretty art here too. That's interesting. It's black and white foily look, so can't beat that. Look at that art. 2013. What do we have here? All the techniques I'm coming up. Oh, that one flies a card off the table. All the techniques I'm coming up with are so interesting to open these packs, and I have not found the best one yet. Of course, it was full because it was curly. You can see that off rip. But I know this crazy art is that old border art, kind of like that Final Fantasy look from Liliana's card from Japanese artist. We have Elspeth this time, Sun's Champion. She's a 4 and 2 white. So it's almost like the polar opposite of what we got with Elspeth. I mean, with Liliana to go to Elspeth. So black then to white. But she is a Planeswalker. So like I said, this is when I first got introduced to these Planeswalkers. And this girl is in foil today. Sorry. Let me start that over. This girl is in foil today. And yeah, it's gonna take me a second to read these abilities here because I think they had a Corn and a Teferi that was similar to this too with this art. Just a little bit hard to read because it's in that old border style and it doesn't have the pips like we normally see. But put 4 loyalty, which is basic counters on Elspeth. Opponents can attack Elspeth as though she were you. Any damage she suffered depletes that much loyalty. If Elspeth has no loyalty, she abandons you. Once during each of your turns, you may add or spend loyalty as indicated for the desired effect. +1, creatures create 3 soldiers, each as a white 1/1 creature, represents soldiers with tokens. -3, all creatures in play with power 4 or greater are destroyed. -7, for the rest of the game, creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain flying. So yeah, look at that. That's some crazy art. I'm not a fan of this one, but I have seen people like go crazy over Elspeth. So, you know, somebody likes that. Just not for my taste. Cool. 2014. All right. And it's another foil. Siege Rhino is 1 in Abzan. It's a Rhino. Trample. When Siege Rhino enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. The mere approach of an Abzan war beast is enough to send enemies fleeing in panic. She's a 4/5. It's a weird looking psychedelic rhino with some crazy man on top. Buju Banton right there. Look at that art. 25 times. We are getting there. Dragon Lore Ojatai. 3 and Azorius. He's an elder dragon. I think this is during the current Tarkir, maybe? I don't know. Maybe cause Tarkir block, maybe? I'm not sure. It's a 5/4. Flying Dragon Lord Ojatai has hexproof as long as it's untapped. Whenever Dragon Lord Ojatai deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So I just admire this artwork. Wish this was some samurai up here. Man, that is beautiful. And it does fit Ojatai, so I like it. 2016. Are you seeing that theme of dragons here? Makes you wonder, right? What could be coming in here sooner or later since we got all these dragons? Because there's only one ultimate dragon. So I'm just saying. Oh my gosh, this thing. Trying to find out where to open these things. So annoying. There's not too much of a curl, so it's probably not full. Well, not full. But it's a cutie. Thalia Hetic Cathar. She's a 2 and a white human soldier. First strike, creatures and non-basic lands your opponent's control enter the battlefield tapped. Salvation will not be granted by the Lunar Council. It must be earned at the edge of a sword if necessary. A 3/2. That's some pretty art though, because she looks like a warrior ready for battle. She is pretty there, right? 2017. 2020s. Let's get it. Oh, the dragon. Got the ultimate dragon now. Nicobolus, God Pharaoh. 4 and a Grixis, Bolus in the chibi style. Look at him. He looks so cute. Ready to blow somebody's head up. For 7, loyalty. +2, target opponent exile cards on top of their library until they exile a non-land card. Until end of turn, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. +1, each opponent exiles 2 cards from their hand. -4, Nicobolus, God Pharaoh deals 7 damage to target opponent, creature and opponent controls, or planeswalker and opponent controls. -12, exile each non-land permanent your opponent's control. So yeah, that man's a massive board wipe. And I think he was the first planeswalker they did with 4 since they had the mending, actually. When a lot of the older planeswalkers had 4 abilities, but most of them didn't have it after that. So yeah, pretty cool, stellar card. Great little chibi one to kind of go with the Johnny and the other chibi planeswalkers they did. So nice. 2018. Cool. Alrighty, Arclight Phoenix. 3 and a red Phoenix flying haste. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast 3 or more instant spell cards this turn, return Arclight Phoenix from your graveyard to the battlefield. Some storms never blow away, or never blow over. Sorry. It's that mythic 3/2 Arch-like Phoenix. If you're into Phoenixes, this one's very interesting, and it's great in a spell slinger deck. So, 2019. Bing, bing. Like I said, we are coming to a close, guys. We are getting there. This is almost it. It'll be so sad. It's a foil. Emery, Lurker of the Lock. Oh, man. You know that was from Eldraine. 2 and a blue. It's so crazy to think that Eldraine was so far away, but so close. This is Merfolk Wizard. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. So theoretically, she should always be a 1-drop. Whenever Emery, Lurker of the Lock enters the battlefield, mill 4 cards. Tap, choose target artifact card in your graveyard. You may cast that card this turn. 1, and it's a 1/2. I just wish I loved that art. It's all shiny and foily, but she looked nasty. Don't look that much like a merfolk. She looks very ghastly. So, yeah, not my thing. Love the card, don't love this art. 2020. Yeah, this was a year that I loved Magic so much I almost thought about stop playing, because I don't know, it was just, this is when we started seeing that increase in more cards. But they told me they were going to Kamigawa, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll stay. And you know how that begins. Shark Typhoon. Bam, it's an enchantment. Dang, it's a crazy read. Now here, cycling for X and 1 and a blue. When you cycle Shark Typhoon, create an XX blue shark creature token with flying. Or if you actually cast it, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a XX blue shark creature token with flying, where X is that spell's mana value. So yeah. It's also 5 and it's 6 mana to drop down. Sorry, but this is supposed to be like a movie poster type of deal. Sharknado kind of popularized this thing right here, huh? So yeah, that's pretty cool. 2001, my year. This was a year for me when I started the channel, and when I started talking to you guys, and when I got super excited, because you know they said Kamigawa was coming back, and I was like, I'm there for it. I went ham on it, and I know the last little bit of time I haven't been posting a lot. I'm going to get better at that. We're going to get some more gameplay and everything else, but yeah, this has to be something from Kamigawa, right? Gotta be, because yeah, this is my year. Let's see what we got. Oh, Elite Spellbinder. So it's not Kamigawa. I am in the right year, right? Or was it 2022 that? Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I might be. I'm a year early. Sorry. 2022 is Kamigawa. Sorry. My time is flying. I'm sorry, guys. So that was the beginning of the year. So much product has come out to that point where, wow, Kamigawa just feels like it's so far in the wind. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, Elite Spellbinder is here, so Kamigawa has to be next, hopefully, because that should be 2022. So 2001, we got the Elite Spellbinder. This was Strixhaven, right? Human Cleric Flying. When Elite Spellbinder enters the battlefield, look at target opponent's hand. You may exile a non-land card from it for as long as that card remains exiled. Its owner may play it. A spell cast this way costs 2 more to cast. So 3/1 flying creature there. So cool psychedelic art. Kind of has that Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer look from the comics. So yeah, there we go. Strixhaven. Can't wait to go back to you. And here we go. 2022. Now this should definitely be Kamigawa, right? Right? Gotta be, right? Let's open it and see. Come on and open up, buddy. Feels a little bit thicker than the other ones, too. Yep, because there's 2 cards here. So could this be the preview for next year? Or is this the bonus card? How do we want to flip this? Let's just flip them both at the same time. Bam! 2000. We'll go here first. 2022 brings us Nashi Moonsei Scion. 1 and 2 black, and he is foil Kamigawa card. Gotta get the tech on. Rat Ninja. Ninjutsu 3 and a black. Whenever Nashi Moon Sage Scion deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of each player's library. Until end of turn, you may play one of those cards. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than paying its mana cost. Oh, he's a 3/2. This card, man, does the dizzle. He goes in. Look at that art. You know, he gonna find his mama one day. He gonna find out she Phyrexian, unfortunately. But I think I would love to see this man join the Weatherlight. So hopefully when they do this whole crossover thing with one of the machines and all, we go to Kamigawa and we get Nashi to help us. We'll see. Glad to see that we got a Kamigawa card. And what's this other card? It is a Lotus Field. Okay. With the shininess. Lotus Field is a really good card. It's harder to find nowadays. It's hexproof. Lotus Field enters the battlefield tap. When Lotus Field enters the battlefield, sacrifice 2 lands, add 3 mana of any one color. And this bad boy is a foil. So yeah, that's kind of nice for the bonus card. Glad to see they didn't give us a wasteland, because that would be lame. But yeah, that's pretty good, because there's nothing else in the box. So yeah, that is our Secret Lair calendar year. Wish I could have got my very own, but hey, it was a cool experience. Maybe next time Wizards will do a better job making sure that more people can actually get it to celebrate with them, because I think Celebration is all about people having access and enjoying what the product is. So Wizards of the Coast, definitely look into that, get that on par. And yeah, we are with Magic and we're here and we want to play. We love the game. We want to keep playing. So when we go celebration wise, make sure everybody can celebrate. Until then, guys, keep it locked, and the and the gathering is in the black.